What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GmiasWorld, and today we're going to be discussing this new Rookie Premiere situation that's going to be happening in Madden 18. Now, if you're not familiar with Rookie Premieres, what that is, it gives the new NFL rookie draft players that are coming out of college a chance to be in Madden a year before the game comes out. Well, not a year, because it's like 4 or 5 months. So what happens is, and let me just give you an example of what happened in Madden 17. I actually got Latigoat, a.k.a. Ladder Daddy. I don't know if you guys know about him, bro, but the dude is a straight stud, right? Let me see. Do they have it on the Rookie Premieres here? I don't know if they actually... Yeah, there it goes. All right, so Rookie Premiere, right? So I got these cards from Madden 17, and because these guys got upgrades, the Leonard Fournette, the Myles Garrett, and the Marshawn Lattimore, it actually upgraded in the new Madden. So what's going to happen in Madden 19 is they're going to put out the Rookie Premiere sets, and then whatever those cards are that you choose, if they upgrade in Madden 19, their overalls will also go up throughout the year. So what we're going to talk about today, I got specific questions that I'm going to be answering. Like I said, I like to engage with my audience and try to answer specifically some of the questions. It doesn't matter about all the guys that ask a lot of the questions. If I see a very, very unique situation, a unique question, I'm going to do the best that I can to answer it. And one of the questions that I got that I really liked was, who do I think is going to be the best quarterback in the draft? And what do I think, what quarterback would they most be similar to that's currently playing in the NFL? So that was a very, very technical question. And I wanted to make sure that I give you guys the best scenario about it, right? So let me go ahead and break it down for you. Me personally, I really love Baker Mayfield. All right, now I know you guys might say, yo, what are you talking about, bro? The guys like Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel didn't take advantage of what opportunity that he had, and now that it keeps coming out more and more ridiculous stuff, like he never even looked at a playbook and he was just doing whatever. Like, I don't know what that guy was doing. But the thing that I really like about Baker Mayfield is the struggle that he went through to get to where he got to. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he's a walk-on twice, and he's he's a starter. I know the hopes and dreams got cut short in this year's playoff, you know what I'm saying, with the loss that they took, but I still think that he's the best quarterback in this draft. Even though they got this guy Sam Darnold ahead of him, Sam Darnold being a little bit more prototypical. I'm not going to talk about those guys. What I'm going to tell you who I think right now in the game that he would be most similar to, it would probably have to be like a Derek Carr. Now, I don't really, not Derek Carr from last year, but the Derek Carr the year prior to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, last year's Derek Carr was kind of sucky. Like, he just really, I don't know what's going to happen with John Gruden. John Gruden's already firing everyone. I don't know what's going to go on with that. But I will tell you this. This is what I expect his stats to be like, because he's not a slow guy. He got those wheels on him. And I think that, you know, even though he's 6 foot, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, he's like 6 foot 3/4. You know, Derek Carr being 6'3", whatever, we're not really worried about that. I know you guys might say he's more relatable to Johnny Manziel, obviously, because of the height factor, but I think he plays bigger. Now, you guys might say, you know what? Why wouldn't you do Russell Wilson? I don't think that he's as, you know, like, break off route, do crazy things like Russell Wilson. I think he's more of a Derek Carr. Like, this guy will dot you up. I think he's accurate. Now, I'm not saying that Russell Wilson is not, you know, accurate, but I think that as far as accuracy goes, he's not the best quarterback. I think with improvisation and trying to figure out a way to escape defenders and stuff like that, Russell Wilson is the GOAT at that. You understand what I'm saying? But when it comes to accuracy, I do believe, and I will tell you this, I watch Baker Mayfield. I don't watch a lot of college football, but if I like a player, like I liked it, because even when he did that thing with his crotch and stuff like that, I know people shunned him and people were upset about him being like that, but I just think that that's who he is. And people get upset, you know, when people show, you know, it's not like he went out there and was saying wild things. It's in the heat of the moment. It's competition. Me personally, when I played sports, I hated my opponents throughout the entire time. Afterwards, all right, GG's, go ahead about your business. And that's what Baker Mayfield is. And that's why I love him. And I think that he's going to be very, very successful in the NFL if he just applies himself and doesn't Johnny Manziel it up. Just don't Johnny Manziel it, bro. Just do everything else other than Johnny Manziel it. But again, the reason that I choose Derek Carr when I say who he would be most like is because of the accuracy and the wheels, okay? Now, the throw on the run, all that stuff like that, you know, I believe that Russell Wilson is like a god at throw on the run. I think he's crazy with everything else like that. But where we start to break off, even though with Madden cards, you would say, you know what, this card right here with the throw accuracy and the short throw accuracy, you know, Russell Wilson has, you know, relatable things. He's what I think about when I think about him. Okay, I think about Derek Carr when I think about Baker Mayfield, but Derek Carr 2 years ago. What, you know, like right before they gave him the big contract, not Derek Carr last year. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm very clear with that. But that's what I see. When I look at Sam Darnold, I see Jared Goff. That's what I see. I just see Jared Goff. Like, bruh, I'm just giving you guys what I see. All right, now, who was the latest one that he had? He had another one that's like 90-something, right? All right, 94. Okay, so Sam Darnold is 6'3", 3'8", right? 3'8". He's 6'3", 3'8". So he kind of matches up more like Jared Goff, like with spec for spec. Like I just told you, he's a little bit on the short side. Baker Mayfield with 6 foot. Derek Carr 6'3". I think he's going to play big. You know, we look at Russell Wilson. He's like 5'11", whatever like that. He makes those great plays. I know the linemen are like giants when you're that short, but I do think that, you know, I just really like what Baker Mayfield is going to be, in my personal opinion. I just think that. Now, looking at Sam Darnold, I don't think he's going to be a stud in this league. I don't even think that he's going to live up to any of the expectations just based on, you know, more recent footage. I've been trying to look into it more before I analyze, you know, the top 3 quarterbacks that I'm choosing. Can he throw the ball? Yes. You know, is he prototypical coming out of USC? Let's think about it. You know, Tim Tebow Tim Tebow was at Florida. Who was the other UFC guy? It was what was the other guy that came out of there? I can't remember the guy's name. He was a pretty decent quarterback also. Was it Carson Palmer? I can't remember. It's one of those guys that I can't remember that I liked also. But USC back when Pete Carroll was there, when Reggie Bush played. Who was the quarterback? He came in and then he left. I think he went to Arizona. What's that guy's name? He was really, really good there. Then he sucked in the NFL. I know you guys are gonna tell me, but like I said, I'm having a wild brain fart right now. But it doesn't really matter about that. Sam Darnold, right? With his height, everything that he's been able to do, I think he's a prototypical guy. I think he's a guy that everybody thinks is gonna be very, very good wherever he goes. But if he does end up going #1, he's going to the Browns. Okay? That's not good for anyone to go. The Browns organization is like where you die and you end up if you were a bad person. Right now, maybe it gets better later, but that's how I view it. So I don't know if that's going to bring the best out of him being there. I don't believe in Hugh Jackson. I don't care about the whole fact that everybody says he's a great QB coach. I don't care about that stuff. I just don't. When you look at his mannerisms on the sideline, I don't like his body language. Maybe it's just because, you know, they didn't give him a fair shot with the Raiders and, you know, he's been depressed. I don't know, but I don't like those mannerisms that he gives off. I don't like it. So maybe he'll show me that he's something that something else that I thought he wasn't. But I don't think that they're going to be successful, even with all the stuff that they're doing. I don't think the Browns just, I don't know what it is about that organization, man, but it just looks like, it's like Florida where you go to die when you're old or something like that. You know, like how they say that? Whatever it is. You guys know what I'm trying to say, right? But Jared Goff, he's my Sam Darnold. Now, Josh Allen is really, really wild. And I think that when you look at Josh Allen, right, 6'4", 7'8", 237, I don't know what it is, but I see Flacco. I see a big arm guy that's just going to go out there and be able to wing the ball deep, bro. I see Joe Flacco. Now, they haven't really given Flacco a lot of love this year in Madden 18. But with the way that this one is right here, right, he's 6'6". A lot of people don't even realize how tall Joe Flacco is. But I see this type of I see this in Josh Allen, okay? I see a guy, 6'4", 237, coming out of Wyoming. I like him. I think he's a big arm guy. I think that he can make any throw. I just don't know about his accuracy, okay? But out of everybody that's coming into the NFL this year, these are my top 3. You know, Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, and Josh Allen. Those are my guys, all right? I want to know what you guys think about, you know, who would you compare them to? But again, the reason that I chose Derek Carr, and I'm going to stand by this, I think that Derek Carr is more accurate than Russell Wilson. Who's the better quarterback right now? I would say Russell Wilson. But 2 years ago, before Derek Carr got hurt and then they barely lost to the Patriots, hold on, no, they didn't lose to the Patriots. They lost to the Houston Texans, right? They lost in the playoffs in the first round because Derek Carr got hurt. He was having an MVP season. Derek Carr, that's what I'm expecting from Baker Mayfield. I really expect Baker Mayfield, wherever he goes, as long as he doesn't Johnny Manziel it, to really change the game, bro. Like, I really enjoy him playing. And like I said, again, I think they had a better shot against Alabama in the national championship. It didn't work out like that. They didn't make it, obviously. They lost. But I like him. I really think that he has what it takes. I know that a lot of teams are going to be nervous about him because, he ran from police. He did a lot of craziness. I understand all that, but I'm talking about strictly on the football field. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what is the other dude's name? The more recent dude. He was like driving drunk, Alshon, whatever the guy's name is. I think he's on the Raiders, right? But I think they cut him more recently. He had a really great chance of being a really good player. Let me go over there and see. I think his name was Alshon. I can't remember his last name though. But we're gonna go over there. I'm gonna give you an example. On the field, wasn't he? I think he was a. He was on the he was on the 49ers first, and then they actually got him. They released him, and then he ended up with the Raiders, where you probably should never go if you're having problems. Well, now with this with John Gruden, it might be a little bit different. But I can't remember the guy's name, but he likes to go on Periscope and do drugs and just do whatever he wants. And he's a lineman. Where is he? He has to be here someplace. He should have like a lower overall card. And you guys probably already know what I'm talking about. He was driving drunk. More recently, he was driving drunk in a school zone. And I think he just turned himself in for doing something else that was stupid. But again, these guys make wild decisions and they do crazy things. But when it comes to being on the field, I really like, I really like what these guys have to offer. But I think his name was like Alshon something. You know who I'm talking about. He was a defensive end. Dude was a stud for like a couple of years. Did they release him? I don't know. Why isn't he on the Raiders anymore? I know they released him in real life. I just don't know what did they do with him? Because I know he went from the 49ers. They cut him from the 49ers. He went here. He's a linebacker. I thought he was in the game, though. Did they take him out the game? Whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. But what I'm saying is don't misappropriate what I'm trying to explain right now. What I'm simply saying is that on the field, I would much rather have a guy like Baker Mayfield than a guy like, you know what I'm saying, like any of these other basic dudes that are running around and doing whatever they want. I don't want to say that Sam Darnold is going to be a bust. I don't really want to put that on these young men. I'm just going based on my opinion. I think the best quarterback that's going to be in this draft and the quarterback that you guys should look forward to getting that's going to give you the most in Madden as far as being mobile and accurate, if EA does the the attributes correctly, by far is going to be Baker Mayfield. I want to know exactly what you guys are thinking, and let me know what that guy's name is. Was it Alshon something? I can't remember his name. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. The dude is just driving drunk. He's just doing whatever he wants. Went from 49ers to the Raiders, and now he's cut, and I think he turned himself in most recently. But he's a very talented player on the field. Let's not go into the fact that Lawrence Taylor was just doing the pipe all night. Charles Haley, all these guys had problems. Great players have problems, bro. But what I'm saying is right now, on the field, I think Baker Mayfield is probably going to be the best quarterback in this year's 2018 draft. Let me know what you guys and girls are thinking. Feel free to leave your comments in the section. And let's go with a video view goal of about 15,000 views. See you guys and girls next time. GmiasWorld. One love.